Hello, and welcome back to Breastfeeding Beginnings at the Milk Bar. I'm Lori Franklin, registered nurse and lactation consultant. Thanks again for taking the time to listen to a little bit more information about breastfeeding. Today, the topic is going to be on evidence-based information and also where you can get this information from. There's a lot of things out on the websites, out on blogs, and people are getting information from all sorts of resources. But it is important that you do get reputable information that is evidence-based. So I'm just going to give you a few websites to check out. Also, at the end of the video, I will put these resources in the comment section of this video, so that way you can go look at them later. And as time goes on, I think of some other websites, I will post those as well. So let's start with the first one. So the International Board of Lactation Consultant Examiners, the IBCLE, which is where lactation consultants have to actually take an exam to become lactation consultants, and it's an international certification, so you can go anywhere in the world to do this, and the test is given a couple of times a year around the world. It's the same day every year, same 2 days every year. The reason this website is important is because if you need a lactation consultant, you can go on the website and find one in your area. You just go and find a lactation consultant, put in your zip code, and you can find one locally if you need one. Also, you can find out if you want to become one, what you'd have to do to become one. So that's a good website. The next one is ILCA, I-L-C-A, and that's the International Lactation Consultant Association, which is also another great organization. They do studies, they do conferences, and you don't have to be a lactation consultant to go to the conferences. So check out their website. It's ilca.org. Okay. Next one, kellymom.com. Kellymom.com is like one of my favorite go-to websites. It's evidence-based, it's friendly, user-friendly, and when you go into that website, you can just put in a search area, breast milk storage, or exclusively pumping, whatever you wanted to do in there about breastfeeding, just put it in a search and it'll come up. Like growth spurts, I use that information a lot on there because babies act differently at certain times, and it's good to get an idea of when a growth spurt is happening. So if you notice a change in behavior, eating all the time, Kelly Mom will give you the estimated times for when growth spurts happen, so you don't worry if something's wrong. But you still should ask a lactation consultant or your pediatrician to find out if this is normal things. But the lactation consultant will have a pretty good idea of what's going on with the different feeding patterns. So that is a good website. The thing about Kelly Mom that I like, that it is, like I said, user friendly, but it also is in layman's terms, and it actually gives you links to click onto when they bring up one topic to prove this is where they got this information from. So very good and easy website to use. Another one is the United States Lactation Consultant Association. They also have conferences, information about breastfeeding, where to get tips, and also how to find lactation consultants that have private businesses, or even some of them that don't have private businesses, but they work in a hospital, so you know which hospital that they work in. All right, and then there's La Leche League, LLLI.org. They have been around forever. The Leche League is actually run by women who've breastfed their babies. So I have not had any children, so I could not be a leader for La Leche League, not unless something's changed over the last few years, because it is a peer group. So it's mothers who've gone through this whole experience that did the breastfeeding. They've been through extensive education and training in order to learn how to support their sisters with this breastfeeding journey. So actually check with that. A lot of hospitals have offices they have offices next to hospitals, and so you can find a group somewhere in the community. And I went to one of their meetings when I was training to be a lactation consultant, just to see what it was like, and it was actually really great because I learned some things there that wasn't taught in a book, but was taught by actual experience too. So try and check out La Leche League. LaLecheLeague.org does have a lot of information, and it is mom friendly, and sometimes it could be a little wordy, like Kelly Mom can be a little bit long sometimes, but it's more conversational. So those are two very good websites to get information on. And then I have to say the CDC. Very important. CDC has a lot of information about breastfeeding. However, the parts I'm more focused on, or that I look at more, is about breast milk storage, and also breast pump cleaning and maintenance. So of course, with breast milk, there's certain ways, you don't just it's certain time frames that you can use the milk for. So freshly pumped milk can sit out on a countertop for up to 4 hours if the temperature is 77 degrees or less in the room. If you're not going to use it within those 4 hours, put them in the fridge. It's 4 days in the fridge. In the refrigerated freezer, it lasts up to 6 months. And up to in a deep freezer or standalone freezer, it can last up to 12 months, so up to a whole year for breast milk storage. It tells you, they have actually a little pamphlet too. So if you go on the CDC/breastfeeding and then you type in milk storage, it will have a little chart that you can actually print and put it on your fridge, so you know what's safe, what's not. And it's the back and the front, and you can get information on how to handle your milk properly and safely for your baby. They also have the information about pumping. I wanted to add this in because I hear this a lot from moms, and it's not a safe idea to, because they're trying to save time when you're at work. I can understand you have, 30 minutes for your break and you have to get this pumping in. You got to pump a couple times a day and you don't have time to clean your parts. It is not a good idea to pump and then put your pump parts in the refrigerator to save for the next feed. It is better and safer to actually wash the parts with warm soapy water, rinse and let them air dry. And if they can't finish air drying, use a paper towel. Don't use a cloth towel because there can be germs or bacteria on the cloth, but at least with the paper towel, it'll dry, it's cleaner, because you would just throw that away once you're done. So please do not put your pump parts in the refrigerator. What I tell my moms to do is, when you're starting to go back to work, get some extra pump kits. So this way you don't even have to worry about washing it or, drying in between. So if you're going to pump 3 times in that day, then take yourself 3 pump kits. And then all you have to do is take it all home and wash it, and then bring it back the next day. So these are some tips. Hopefully they will help. Please stop putting your pump parts in the refrigerator. It's not safe, especially for a baby that is premature or is under 3 months old. They haven't even got their first set of shots yet until they're 2 months old. So you really want to make sure and just be safe. So these are all the tips I have for today, and the websites. Like I said, I will put this information on in the comments area after the video is posted, and we'll add some extras as they come up. So please click like, share, subscribe, and please tell all your friends. I'm really excited to help you all meet your breastfeeding goals. Have a great and wonderful day. Take care, and God bless.